It's week 5 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Titans and the Saints coming up next.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You're going a hot streak heading into Halloween, and things will be looking great. The flounder this month, and you may end up seeing some of your buddies shipped off and playing elsewhere.
Jackson now to return it. Returns looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading him out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
And Kate, you don't have to look beyond his performance last week as really a root cause of their loss. I'm not saying the only cause. Others certainly had a hand in it too. But you aren't winning a lot of games in this league or any league if you turn it over 3 times without a touchdown to counteract them. A lot of room for him to improve this week.
All right, let's get this show on the... First and 10. Looking to throw right away. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From midfield now. Looking sideline and caught by Ridley. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook.
Saints not in agreement with our previous call. They're going to challenge. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And his pass. First time this game they've looked to him. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Pass play now. Wow, wide open here, complete. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So now we're going to look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
3 touchdowns, Kate, is a great week for him. But less so when every one of them was matched by an interception. Those turnovers were a part of why they ended up on the losing side of that game. And ball security is what he's worked on all week long. It will be on the forefront of his mind.
He's got to gain a 6 there. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He's got Shaheed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Pitts brings it in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. They gain 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He's on the move. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. This one's caught.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll send him up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints start off well to tie things 7-7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's Miller on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They send him left out of the slot. They run once more with Spears. And they had that one contained right at the line. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. He'll throw it. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They'll try and punch it in. Is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Grouping adds the extra point. And the Saints take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's Miller on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Pass caught by Ridley. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, they'll run. And they take him down right along the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. They're going play action. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Throwing now on first down. Has the connection to Ridley. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the set. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on third down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's keeping it. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. 3 yards on that pickup, but still a mile to go on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Titans will get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Another try following the sack. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Gets it to the 15. And forget the field goal, Brock. They reach the end zone to end this first half on a high note. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. And his kick is good, and what a first half that was as we officially go into the locker rooms now, all tied up. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Austin. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. From the 38. This is complete to Olave. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the plate fake, he'll throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Buying some time right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's Miller on the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Looking sideline and caught by Ridley.
And the defense was all over that throw. Able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now Spears. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Chase Young bringing him down there. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. Throw on 3rd down. Has his man. It's Ridley. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Spears running behind center. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give to Spears, running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. This is Spears heading left. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd and 9. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Saints will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. Rolling out to his left. This one's caught. It's Shaheed near the sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Throwing from the gun here. This one's caught. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Now in the close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's Miller on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Spears on the give, headed right. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
2nd and 10 now. Pass caught by Ridley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So now here's 3rd and 5. Setting up a throw. And even on 3rd. Choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. They're going play action. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to it. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Second and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints nearing their 2nd win of the campaign. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw now. Escapes out to the left. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The give now out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got Shaheed. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they take this in for the score. The Saints can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's Miller on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
They'll throw on 1st. Getting out to his left. He's running with it. Now we have a member of the Saints injured after that play and obviously in need of some assistance. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He rolls to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. So it's 2nd down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. Rolling left, buying some time. Along the sideline, and Pitts brings it in. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's good for the Saints.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. Okonkwo brings it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 1. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So it's a win for the Saints. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.